A couple of years ago, the term clean meat or lab meat or fake meat wasn't on anyone's radar screen. But today, it's a very small blip for a few consumers and it absolutely has the attention of the beef industry. Shel Winkley has more in this week's From the Ground Up.
Today, it's not that big of an issue, but I think as we move forward, there are going to be people that are going to try to develop alternative protein sources. And as you see a expanding consumer population over the next 10, 15, 20 years, and trying to figure out how we're going to feed all the people in the world, I think people are going to have choices.
Richard Wortham is the executive vice president of the Texas Beef Council and says that one of the big questions is how the lab-grown meat will be labeled.
From the milk side, 20 or 30 years ago, we all thought milk was milk, came from a cow. Today you have soy milk, you have almond milk, you have this milk, these off-label.
Wortham points to a debate as to whether the USDA or the FDA should be the regulating authority for this product.
FDA regulated they're the ones that regulated what milk could be, and of course they didn't define that milk product back then, and so it's kind of been, it's been a little bit misused. I'd probably shouldn't say a little bit, but people take milk for more than what we would traditionally call milk.
Wortham asserts that the beef industry is adamant that the same thing doesn't happen to beef.
And so I think that's what the industry is wrestling with now, is how do we make sure that beef is always defined of coming from live domestic cattle versus being grown in a petri dish or lab grown. So I know the industry is working very hard on that.
I'm Shel Winkley, looking at Central Texas agriculture from the ground up.
From the Ground Up is sponsored by Producers Cooperative, proudly serving agriculture since 1943.